Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
And welcome to Bournemouth Spiritualist Church on this rather beautiful summer's day. I can see you've all been sitting out in the sun. Some nice red faces here. Or are you just embarrassed? I know. Nice to see so many of you here. And if it's your first visit to our church, may we reach out that hand of friendship and welcome you to our lovely church, and sincerely hope that you will enjoy our meeting here with us tonight. We call this a meeting and not a service because we will not be singing any hymns tonight. The meeting will give an opening prayer, an address, then you get the opportunity to ask questions. So get those little cogs in your brain going around now so you can think of all your questions, and then the medium will give you the benefit of his knowledge. And as we always say in spiritualism, you can either accept it or reject it, however it sits with you. We never tell you what to believe in spiritualism. And then we'll have a demonstration of his fine mediumship. So, friends, it's my pleasure to welcome to our platform a gentleman who served our church this weekend. He's come to us a number of times now. When we first met at the Arthur Findlay College at Stansted Hall, how many years ago? Quite a lot of years ago now. He is an excellent medium, believe me, as people who are here tonight will attest, because they came on Saturday and Sunday, and he comes from Nottingham. He is also a tutor at the Arthur Findlay College, and he is working now serving spiritualism in Germany. So look at that, multi-talented we have here. And it's always a great pleasure for us to welcome to our church this young man. So can I ask you to give a nice warm welcome to Paul Brereton. Well, friends, at this time I'd like to invite Paul to open our meeting in prayer. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. If you may join me within the silence. Divine and loving Spirit, once again we come together, but we come together within that energy with you. With Father God, divine and loving Father, may we also give you our thanks and our love for all the wonders, the beauty of Mother Earth, for all that you have shown and that you have given to us. But Great Spirit, may we ask that healing energy to go to all of those on Mother Earth who are in need of your tender loving care, to bring the care the most needed and the most wanted, but also for our animal kingdom. Divine Father, once again we ask for the curtain between this world and our true spirit home to be lowered, so that our friends, our loved ones, and even the animal kingdom can join us within this time we have together. Amen.
Well, friends, for those who have not been into a spiritualist church before, we don't have any creed or dogma in spiritualism, but we do have 7 principles which were given to us through the trance mediumship of Emma Hardinge Brereton, given allegedly from spirit by Robert Owen, that great socialist and founder of the cooperative movement. They're in the picture frame to your right-hand side on the wall, and I always like to recite them at the beginning of each service or meeting. Number 1 is the fatherhood of God, the brotherhood of man, the communion of spirits and the ministry of angels, the continuous existence of the human soul, personal responsibility, compensation and retribution hereafter for all the good and evil deeds done on earth, eternal progress open to every human soul. That's our 7 principles upon which the philosophy of spiritualism is built. Well, friends, at this time I'd like to call upon Paul Brereton once again to give us his address for this evening. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Okay. And he runs away. Okay. Well, I was going to say, thank you, Madam Chair. I'm glad he's not here to hear me. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the very warm welcome again. And it has been a pleasure. Oh, he's back. It has been an honour and a pleasure to have come to your church this weekend and to have served it. But you know, all day I was wondering and thinking, what am I going to talk about again tonight? But you know, I do love the 7 principles. As I spoke about, everything always fits with me. And it always has done. But just let me tell you a little story. Not long ago, about last month, I needed to get my passport sorted out. Because again, flying over to Germany, and I left it a little bit too late. So of course I was running around and trying to get it sorted. And I was going through town, and there was a gentleman there, and he was talking about the Bible and talking about Jesus and everything like this. And he collared me, and he tried pulling me over, and I said, no, not today, please, I haven't got the time. And he said, no, let me talk to you about Jesus, my son. And I said, no, not today. And he goes, no, I have to talk to you about Jesus. I said, if you have to talk to me about Jesus, let me talk to you about my religion. And he said, well, what's your religion? I said, I'm a spiritualist. He said, oh my goodness. He goes, I will pray for you. I said, no, don't pray for me. I said, pray for everybody else, but not for me. And he kept going on and on and on about praying for me. And I said, no, please, not today. Pray for everybody else who needs that healing. But you know, it doesn't matter what religion. It doesn't matter how we are born within the different religions that we are born within. Because we all pray to the same source, the Great Spirit, the Divine Spirit. And as we know, as we walk this earth plane, and we walk it alone along our spiritual paths, but along our physical paths, we know we walk it alone, but we always have Spirit beside us, and always will do. You know, also I always ask for signs. You know, when I'm walking in the woods or walking around the countrysides. And I love being within country because it's nature. And nature is very important to me and always has been. Because once you go within nature and you sit there and you become part of nature. And once you become part of nature and then you look at the trees around you and look at the plants and the beauty that the Great Spirit has given to us, we always ask for more and more and more. But here on the earth plane, we have everything that we possibly need. And as I was sitting there and listening to nature, listening to the birds and the trees whistling in the wind, I looked up at the tree and I heard very slightly a leaf kissing the tree goodbye. And not always have I ever heard that, but this time I did. And it was very special. But even our loved ones, who goes to Spirit before us, as we say goodbye to them, and sometimes we don't never get the chance to say goodbye. But always know they're very much around us, and always guiding and helping us, whichever way they can. Because as we are children of the Great Spirit, we know within our 7 principles that we are connected. Because we are connected, because we are spirit first and foremost. We are all sons and daughters of that light. And within that light we grow spiritually. And as we grow spiritually, we start to learn more and more. But many people here on the earth plane always ask questions about the Spirit. And I love talking about the Spirit because it's always been part of me. And I know it's always been part of many other people. Because sometimes we are born within spiritual families, but also born within other religion families. But sometimes it never fits us, like a glove or a shoe. A shoe. But I know as well there, as we talk about this, and we talk about walking with other people and judging other people. Because I always say, who are we to judge for who is going to judge me? Every morning when we look in the mirror, we look at ourselves, but we truly look at our spirit within as well. And we wonder, what is the day going to bring? How is it going to happen? And we go along with that day. And we look at the time, But we know we have to go by time here on the earth plane, where there's no time within spirit. For spirit is so pure and so loving. And that is what we are missing here on the earth plane. Is that unconditional love that we must spread. Because as I said the other night, without Gordon Higginson and every other pioneer that has gone before us, has worked for spirit, with everything with their heart open. And Gordon's always said to spread that light, to spread the love. And that is what we're here to do. As we drop seeds around the earth plane, if you can imagine it being like us, like little flowers growing. Everyone here is unique and different, for we are not the same. For I don't think I will look good in a skirt and high heels. Mind you, it'll make me a little bit taller. But do you know, ladies and gentlemen, as I have walked this earth plane and my spiritual path, as many of you have as well, the difficult times that you have walked, you look back and you wonder, how have I came through it? How have I managed to do this? But we are always guided. And as we know, that personal responsibility also lies with us. How we act, how we talk, and how we carry on within life. That is very important. Because how we treat people and how we speak to people, it always comes back to us. If we gave that love, unconditional love, we will receive that love from spirit, and always will do. We ask spirit for this and we ask spirit for that. And sometimes we're never content of what we've already got around us. We have nature, which is pure. Nature grows, and as we grow, because we are part of nature, and as we all come to one and to the realization that we carry on after this physical life is gone, with all the lessons that we have learned here on the earth plane, we take with us back home to the spirit side of life. And I always like to say back home, because that's where we are. That's where we come from. But I always feel, as we look on our lives and we look back and we feel all that pain that we have felt, we know how to act. But around you, there's always spirit that is there. You are never alone. Never. And as we do walk this earth plane, we help other people there around us. We show them that love. We give the unconditional love, no matter what is going on with us. People are always saying to me, are you okay? And I'm always saying, yes, I'm fine. Because I know I am. Because I know I've got spirit there. I know I'm always guided. But I've always been very, very lucky, like many of yous. I've always had someone within your family that has helped you and guided you. For I know I've always had my mother beside me and always kept that door open for the spirit. We used to talk there for hours and hours about the spirit world and about spirit people. And of course back then I didn't realise what I was talking about. I knew about the spirit because of my mother. And I know also today that she's been very, very close to me. Because today is also my mother's birthday, and we always celebrated it. And I know within the spirit side of life that she also has celebrated that birthday today. But we have birthdays here on the earth. We go by age. And sometimes I feel a little bit older than what I am. I'm only 18. Thank you. I wish. But the years go so fast, don't they? You know, especially when we have children. And then Christmas comes and it goes. And then it comes again. Which is not long now away till Christmas again. I'm sorry to scare you. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, with our children, we always give them that our love, don't we? and that guidance and help them along, because that's important. Because we want them to grow, but to grow with that love and to spread that love that we have built up around them and within their hearts. Because that is what we really need here on the earth plane, is to give all of the love that we already have received. We always receive it from the Great Spirit, and always will do. Internal progress is always open to every human soul. Everyone. It doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter what religion that we follow. It doesn't matter what colour or what race we are. Because within inside, we are all the same. We always look around the world, don't we, as we travel. And sometimes within your jobs and your work, you go from 1 minute to the next minute and rushing. But we miss so much of the beauty that is already here. Take your time along this earth, along this path that you walk. Have a look around you, and even when you rush into work, or rush into here or to there, watch everything around you and watch how it grows. Because we also grow with nature. And as you walk your spiritual path and you come across other people that needs that help, give them that help. As I know within this church, with Al and Jeff, they also help the homeless. Now, if we could spread that around all of the other churches and help the homeless, that is important. Because they are also very lost within themselves. But by giving them that helping hand, that little bit of food, a cup of tea, a glass of water, that is love. And that is the unconditional love that we have to spread. But can you imagine all of the churches, not only spiritualist churches, but Catholic churches, the churches of England, every church coming together? Now, wouldn't that be magical? And also realizing that spirit continues, and promote it and spread it around the earth to let it always grow. Because with Gordon Higginson, that is what he also did. He also spread the light and the word of the Spirit. Because he was born within the spiritual family. He sat when he was a very, very young age. He came onto the rostrum after a very young age also. But all the love and the respect that gentleman had, he always gave it to others with unconditional love. And as we work upon our 7 principles, and we look upon the 7 principles, and as my friend said here within Germany, we are also trying to spread the 7 principles within Germany, but also with the Lyceum we are bringing over there. And we hoping that one day, that within Germany, it will become very spiritual, like we have it here. But at the moment, it's still quite under the ground. As many years ago, it was here. But I feel one day it will grow. And it will grow like the plants, like the daisies, like the daffodils, like the roses. Natural. Because no matter who we are, no matter where we go within life, we will go towards that. Because we never know what is happening from 1 minute to the next minute. We never know along our spiritual path where it's going to take us. Sometimes it might take us so far and then stop for some reason. And sometimes when you come into a spiritualist church for the first time, we come in to search for something we're not sure of. But once we leave them doors, we know we have found it. And once we have found that, we also let that grow within our hearts. Because within each and every one of your hearts is the Great Spirit. It's that light of God. It's that spark of the divine And let that shine. Let everyone here see it. And as you know, and as you let it shine, and as everyone sees it, they're going to want to know, what is this light around you? What is this I can feel? Talk to them about spirit, about your experiences, and about how you feel. And it's like, again, planting that seed. And let it grow, because it will always grow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. Bless you.
Thank you very much, Paul. I'm sure that's given us an awful lot to think about. And we come to questions and answers. And I did ask a few weeks ago if people wanted to write down their questions if they didn't feel like, they could actually give the question themselves. And we've had a little response, but tonight I have 2 questions from a lovely lady. And she wants to remain anonymous, and that will be the way. And this is the question. Now I must get under the lights, because without reading glasses, I might need an interpreter.
Sure.
What actually happens during trance mediumship?
During trance mediumship? Well, during trance mediumship, as we know, with Eileen Davis, and with Scott Milligan. I mean, we know Scott Milligan, it's different because it's physical. But I feel with trance mediumship, it's like the spirit comes very, very close to us and steps within to our energy. With my son, he talked to me before about trance mediumship and everything. He said, I wouldn't like to do it because I feel the spirit controls us. The spirit doesn't control us, because we are still in charge of that. But once we sit to develop this gift, it is a very special gift to develop. And as we sit there, we just keep sitting for the spirit. But once they start to come through, they sort of take us backwards. But we still sort of know sometimes what's happening. And I know also when I went up to visit 2 of my wonderful friends, Margaret and Hugh Davis, I was sitting there and I was talking to them about some things that I was going through at the moment and everything like that. And again, Hugh didn't know what was going to happen, but all of a sudden, bang, into trance. And it was wonderful because his guy, Ginger, came through as well. And he said to me, the trance is very much there with you, but it's going to just happen. And it puzzled me a little bit because I thought, well, I know it's there, but I know I've got to sit and keep sitting and keep sitting for as many years or as many months or whatever it's going to take to develop. Well, I was surprised, very, very surprised, because when I went to Germany and I was sitting there within the group, and of course, when you'd got the group there within the circle, I was asking each person, I was going around asking them what the name is, what experience they had, and all of a sudden I felt a little bit tired. So I just closed my eyes for a second, and next minute I'm opening them, and I've got my interpreter sitting there, and of course my other one there, and I looked at Simone and I said, what's happened? She said, Paul, you've just been into trance, and you spoke about the 7 principles. I said, what? And she said, what is the 7 principles? And that, what brought it all to light. But I didn't know what was happening at the moment. And again, it brought me back to Margaret and Hugh, and especially what Hugh's guide said, it was just going to happen. I know it's happened twice. It's happened twice. But I know it's there. And I felt for some reason or for some purpose, they just brought that through. But now I know I've got to keep sitting and just keep sitting, because that's important, just to keep sitting for the spirit and not to rush it. But I always feel it's like with Eileen, it's when we watch Eileen going into trance when we at Stansted, and her helpers and that comes through, and absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And we know with the energy that you feel it as well, because you feel it from the solar plex. Because they take some of that energy from each and every solar plex as well, and they build all that up. But with Scott Milligan, now, wow, now that's so different again, because that's physical trance. And with the physical trance is also completely taken away, and then it's all used by physical. And once you see that, and you see the ectoplasm and everything else, and the trumpets flying around, and the spirit talking to you, but also when the children come through. Because Scott always has like little water pistols and toys and everything like this. And the children always get the water pistols and always squeeze it around people. And it's wonderful. Because the last time I was there, I think it was a JV Trust, that Scott went into, yes, it was. Yes, because you was away. Yes, that's right, you was away. And we had a lady sitting in the circle as well there, but the lights was completely off, and we had the red light going. Now this lady, nobody else knew within the circle that she's very, very poorly with cancer. And she was so sick and poorly. Now even the people that were sitting next to her didn't even know. But the helpers and the guys came through and said, we have to bring Scott back because there's a lady that's been sick. Now that was very, very sad. Not because they brought Scott back or anything like that, but it was sad because the lady was poorly. But me and Margaret even turned around and said, that is even evidence within itself, because Scott didn't know and nobody else knew that that woman was poorly. Only the spirit. But to sit for physical trance, Scott has sat for many years, but it's very natural. And I know that we've got wonderful things yet to see from him, and especially to do with the ectoplasm, because I always say to spirit, come on, show me the ectoplasm, show me the ectoplasm. And the first time we saw it with Scott, it was just streaming out of his nose and building up on the floor. But it didn't build up all the way, like it did with Gordon Higginson, you know, for spirit to walk through so everybody sees it. But physical trance, it doesn't mean you don't have to be mediumistic or anything like that. Everybody sees it. It doesn't matter who you are, because it's physical. But within trance, spirit seems to bring you to one side so they can use that energy and use certain parts of the mind as well there, and also the voice box and everything. And if Al or Jeff could add a little bit more onto that.
I would just say that, of course, Paul talked about Eileen Davies, who will be coming here in August. And Eileen always explains that there are different levels of trance.
Yeah.
And there is what one would normally call, if you were doing, say, a trance demonstration in a church like this, there may be people who have come to see her who have never seen or heard of trance before. And so she will be what they call lightly overshadowed, in which case she just takes like a step backwards and allows spirit to use her, but she's aware of what is being said all the time. Now we sat in Aberdeen with Eileen in her deep trance circle, and with deep trance, literally, she were connected to the spirit body by what we call the silver cord. And she will then leave her body but still be connected by the silver cord and allow the spirit control to come in and use her voice box. In certain cases, they'll create through ectoplasm a voice box to be used, and the medium will then not be aware of what has been said. But that's very dangerous. That's why it can't be done to a large gathering of people that maybe wouldn't understand, because people have been injured very badly through shock. Because if somebody moved violently or something happened violently, then you see the spirit that has entered has to get out quickly to allow the medium spirit to get back in. And I know that when we talk about mediums like Helen Duncan, she was doing a demonstration, wasn't she, in, I do believe, in Portsmouth many years ago, just after the war, when it was all secret, you weren't allowed to do these things. It was illegal, and someone reported to the police that she was doing this, and when they burst in, of course, the spirit was trying to get out, hers was trying to come in, and she was rushed to hospital, and all the inside of her stomach was all burnt, and she died 6 days later. See, so it's very, very specialised, And so there are different levels, right, Paul?
That's true. It's like with Scott and Eileen as well. It's before Scott does a demonstration, Eileen, especially at Stansted, it's like everything has to be hoovered, the carpet and everything has to be cleaned. Because again, with the ectoplasm, when the ectoplasm hits the floor, it can take everything back into the body as well. Because I can remember Scott telling me a certain medium, you know, again, a certain physical medium, you know, with the ectoplasm, it came onto the floor, and all of a sudden, he had to go to hospital because he had cigarette butts and everything inside the stomach. You know, because again, with the ectoplasm going back in, it takes everything back in with it. So the whole place has got to be clean, spotless, and everything. And poor Eileen, she's there with a hoover and a duster and cleaning everything up, because it's for the safety. And again, it's like with the physical trance, it's like with people want to take photos and things like that, you can't do it because it's shocking the medium as well. But also with that story as well, when the police went into the place and everything, they saw a dog. And when they looked for the dog, they couldn't find it because it was a spirit dog. But they knew there was a dog there. So, yeah.
Right, we have a second question too, and it's on the same thing really, on trance. Does a spirit enter and leave willingly, or is there a danger it could stay within the medium?
That's what my son likes, me. Because he always watches these horror films and everything like this, and because that's what he goes by. But no, I don't feel it does, because it's all controlled. And of course, with our guides and helpers, you know, it's that loving contact that we have with them. And I always feel, you know, it's like once the demonstration is over, this is when they start to leave again and let our spirits come back in. So no, they don't take over and everything like that, you know. It's all done with love and everything like this. Because not only do we have to sit for that to learn and to develop around us, within spirit, they also learn how to come through with that as well. And they also learn within spirit as well. Because as we sit here in development circle, in awareness circles, I feel within spirit they've got quite similar things like this going on as well. You know, they have to learn how to come through, how to communicate again, and everything like this. But no, the spirit always leaves the body as well there. And it's like with Eileen as well, and also with Scott. It's like Scott always, you know, once the spirit has left Scott, you know, he always feels quite bubbly and high and everything like this, you know, because the healing and the energies have been there. And the same with Eileen, sometimes she feels very tired and very drained, you know, and again, it's when you're coming out of that circle and you've done that demonstration, it's like getting away from everybody as well, because everybody wants to hold you and talk about it. But it's just come back to yourself as well, even though the spirit's come back in, but it's just to relax and let yourself come back as well. But no, the spirit, this guides and helpers, no, once the demonstration is done, once the philosophy or the teachings are being brought forward, then they will leave again then and let your spirit come back in.
Right. Can we have another question, please? We've had like that.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
We've had the most marvellous weekend with you, and this evening as well, of course. And it was wonderful because it was totally about love, and love is a currency word to me. I'm a love kind of gal. But my question is the future of spiritualism in this country. We had a talk a little while ago where the speaker said that statistically we were sort of going down the tubes. And I can't believe that anything as wonderful as we've had here, and I'm enjoying as we speak, could ever be allowed to fade out. I mean, I can go out and love people and take everybody here, but you know, we need some help, don't we? Some huge thing from spirit to keep us going, I think.
Yeah, I never feel that's, you know, it will ever go away or anything like this. I mean, we know going back to the olden days with Gordon and his mum, you know, it's like, again, with the physical, but not only with the physical, but with their mediumship. You know, with Gordon used to bring their names, addresses, phone numbers, and everything like this through. I feel it's going to be getting stronger. I already feel as well there's some change coming. I'm not sure what the change is, but I do feel it's going to be getting stronger. You know, and I also feel it's like, I notice at the moment sometimes some churches are struggling, you know, to get the people to come in and everything like this. But, you know, and again, I feel it will get stronger. You know, and I always feel it will grow. I always do. And I also feel there is a change happening. You know, because I feel the earth, you know, the spirit world is always around us and always will be around us. You know, it's like I don't feel the spirit world is up there in the sky or anything like that at all, because it's 2 dimensions. It's like looking at a diamond and many facets to the diamond as well here. You know, and that's what the spirit world is like. There's many different shapes and different things within the spirit. You know, but no, I honestly feel myself it's going to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger, because the spirit world knows, and the spirit knows it has to. It has to. It has to. You know, I mean, I know with Gordon Higginson and everything like that, we've sort of lost that sort of communication at the moment. But I feel, again, it's all going to be built up. And when we watch Scott, but other physical mediums as well, you know, we can see it already happening. You know, but it's a pity that we don't see more and more of it within the churches. But like our friends have said, it has to be done very carefully as well, because when you go and sit and watch a physical medium, you have to understand what is going on. You have to have that sort of understanding, because if Scott just went into a circle where nobody there knew or understood it, you know, it can be quite dangerous to Scott, because again, with the spirit and with the ectoplasm or whatever else is going to be happening with him. You know, but no, I honestly feel it's getting stronger, and I feel it's coming more and more closer to us as well there. Because as I say, with our children as well, you know, they're the next generation to us, you know, and it's like promoting that and giving them the love, but also talking about spirit. See, that's what's important, is keep talking about spirit. And to those as well that don't believe within the spirit, I always say, talk to them a little bit about the spirit and step back and watch the seed grow. Because they're going to want to know, because they're going to be curious a little bit more. You know, and that's wonderful to watch. It's like I said the other night with my youngest brother, you know, and he was saying, oh, I don't believe of it and everything like this, it's a load of nonsense and all that. And I turned around and I said to him, but I know I'm going to see Mum. And then he said, well, I'm going to see Mum. And then I just smiled, you know, and I said, well, how do you know you're going to see Mum then? He said, well, I'm going to see Mum when I pass. I said, but you're just telling me you don't believe in the spirit. And he didn't know what to say. And I left it at that, and I just let that seed grow as well with him. But I don't know how long it's going to take for that to grow or anything there, you know. But again, I always say, talk to people who don't believe in spiritualism, you know, and just to plant that little seed and let it grow, because this is where it's going to get stronger. And I honestly feel it's coming more and more closer to us as well there. I truly do.
Thank you.
I think Paul will agree with me that spiritualism has to embrace change.
Yeah, it does.
Hi Paul, can I just say that whilst I appreciate the so-called, and I use the term lightly, famous mediums that take spiritualism onto television and out into theatres, when they first started all this, I kind of was quite happy about it, but then I've grown more and more disillusioned with them for the simple reason that they take it out like an entertainment, which it certainly is not.
That's so true.
And what they should be doing is spending some time at the beginning of their demonstrations explaining to those people who know nothing about spiritualism how it works, how they make that connection with the world of spirits. You know, and they don't. And I had this discussion with Gordon Smith just about a year ago. And I think they're doing us a great disservice, because we're not seeing the people that go to these theatres and these hotels and things come into our churches, and that's because they're not getting a proper understanding of what spiritualism is truly all about.
That is so, so true. That is so, so true. Because it's like everybody wants to come into the church, I want a message, I want a message, I want a message. But they're forgetting. What they are forgetting is the teachings of the Spirit. You know, that is the biggest part. It's not always about the message, it's about the philosophy as well there. And not always with the philosophy within the 7 principles, but it's about life itself. You know, it's like a box of chocolates. It's like Forrest Gump. You know, you never know what you're going to get. You know, and I always used to use that as my philosophy as well. But when I first came into the church, you know, back then as well there, you know, it wasn't about the messages. Even though when my mum went to Spirit, it was about a year after when I first started coming in, probably not even that long. You know, and when I went in there, again I went in there with my ex-mother-in-law, and she said, "You're not going to get a message." I said, "I know I'm not." You know, and she kept repeating herself, and I kept saying, "I know I'm not." You know, and I don't know why I knew it, but I just knew I wasn't. But when I heard the philosophy and the teachings of Spirit, that was the message. Because that is what it's missing. And when you see all these mediums on television, to me, it's ego. Because it's like they want to be seen, to be heard. But wouldn't it be amazing if they talked about the Spirit, and not only about the Spirit, but about the philosophy of Spirit, and also about the Lyceum? Because this is what it's missing now within our churches, is the Lyceum. Because when I started learning and everything, of course my tutor, who still is my tutor, Doreen Elston, you know, she brought me into the development circle, the awareness circle. I had to sit for 6 months. I wasn't allowed to give anything. No matter what I was seeing, no matter what I was hearing, I wasn't allowed to give it, because it was the discipline. And it was the discipline to let the Spirit grow around you. And that was very, very important. Because sometimes you see some mediums who sits in a circle for a couple of weeks and it's like, I want to get up there on the rostrum, I want to do this. It's not about that. It's about the teachings of the Spirit. And I'd love to see it now where all the churches are doing about the Lyceum. Because when I came into the Lyceum, I mean, I don't mind saying, because I came when I was at school and when I was young, because I suffered with the elastic problems, I couldn't read or anything like this. You know, it was the Lyceum was my school. Because Doreen, she taught me how to read, and that was the first book I read, was the Lyceum book. And within the Lyceum book was all the teachings of the Spirit, but much, much more. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if they came on the television and they spoke about the Lyceum and they spoke about the teachings of the Spirit and they spoke about the Spirit before they did their demonstration? Now, that is what we need. It's not, I want to do theatres, I want to do this, I want to go here. It's not about that. It's about what Gordon Higgins used to say. It's about spreading that light of the love of the Spirit. That is what it's about. And that is what we're missing. And that is what we've got to bring back into our churches and back into the centres. It's the Lyceum, it's the teachings of the Spirit. It's not always about the message. Because within everything like that, there's always a message for somebody to take from that. And always will be.
I think Paul will agree with me. In order for spiritualism to move forward, we've got to bring the Spirit back into spiritualism.
Yeah.
Because and stop this bitching and backbiting in our churches. It happens in all the churches, because I know we travel around it, and no church is unique. We're all the same. Criticising. You know, I read a little thing, Paul, and you'll like this, about Mahatma Gandhi. And Mahatma Gandhi studied in London at one of the London universities. One of the teachers there, he just took a dislike to Mahatma Gandhi, and every time we would meet him, he'd pass a sarcastic comment. And Mahatma Gandhi, being a peace-loving man, just ignored it. But this particular day, Mahatma Gandhi came into the restaurant at the university for his lunch, and he noticed the teacher sitting at a table on his own, so he collected his lunch and sat at the same table as the teacher. And after a while, the teacher looked up to him and said, "Don't you understand that a bird and a pig don't eat at the same table?" And Mahatma Gandhi thought for a moment and said, "Then I shall fly away and move to another table." Now, this is what we really need. Instead of the backbiting and the sarcasm in our movement, which is there right from the very top, we need to spread more spiritual love.
That's true, because it's like even in the Spiritualist churches, you know, we have all this going on. Now, I had a phone call a couple of weeks back from, I can't remember her name, but from Starbridge Church. And it was about the Butterfly Federation, you know, that we've got named after Heather, you know, our wonderful lady Heather, you know. And I had this phone call, and she said to me, she goes, "Paul, will you be our demonstrator and our speaker?" I said, "But I already do your centre." She goes, "No, we are going over to Wales, because that church is struggling at the moment. We are going to bring a busload and a coach over to Wales, And whatever is made, or whatever is collected, we're leaving it there for that church and to help that church. That is spiritualism. That is what it's about. And when I first came into spiritualism, I thought all the spiritualist churches all came together and helped each other and this, that and the other. And then when I heard that they don't, I was like, hey? But the spiritualism, it's spirit. Why not? You know, and they explained why they don't and everything. And then when I got that phone call, I couldn't believe it. And I said, yes, because that's what spirit is about. It's about helping the other churches. You know, when they're struggling and everything, it's about helping them, going to help them. And it's about, again, I will always talk about love. Because to me, that is what's important, is spreading the love, to spread the light, and the philosophy and the teachings of spirit. And again, it's not always about the message. Yes, it's wonderful to get a message from our loved ones. You know, to say, yes, we are here, we are carrying on, we are all around you, we bring you that love, we bring you the upliftment, we bring you the healing, we bring you what you need. But know that you've got to follow your path. You've got to make the mistakes to grow within yourself also. But it would be magical if more churches was like that. Now, I know your church is absolutely wonderful, because I know also it's like the energies and everything has been built up here. And every year that I come here, I always feel this love that as soon as I walk through them doors, I always feel it. And I know it's like helping the homeless, you know, with the food and the water and the cups of teas. You know, that is what spiritualism is all about. That is what spirit is. And that's true.
Can we thank Paul for answering our questions? But I know that that's what you're waiting for. I know that you're looking for that communication, so I'm going to play a nice piece of music to change the energy, and then Paul will give us a demonstration. And I know that Paul requires is your voice nice and loud and clear should he come to you with a communication. So this is very important, because our loved ones make a great effort to come through. And if we just nod our head or shake our head, we're going to pick you up, put you on the back windowsill of the car, and you can do that all the way home. So you will speak to Paul, won't you? And this demonstration of mediumship, I think, is in the capable hands of Paul Brereton.
I just had all that picture going on me head and everybody in the back of the window. Right, okay. Thank you for that. Okay, I know where I'm going. Can I just come to the lady just here, please? The lady in the black, in the beautiful blondish hair as well there. Thank you. I know, I've got you. Okay, I've got a lady coming through here, and I know as I'm bringing this lady through here, I know straight away I've got to bring her into your family circle, please. I'm feeling straight away I want to be talking about a grandmother connection here. But I'm also feeling, I know I've got another lady that's coming in here as well. And I know as she's coming in here, she's also making me very aware at the moment is that you're a little bit lost at the moment. You understand this? Because I know as I'm looking at you, they also give me the roller coaster as well there. And I know I've got to use this as a symbol as well there, because I know that you're up and down and all around the place as well here. You understand? Thank you. I know as well as she's coming in here, and apart from your grandmother and also with the other lady, I know that she would have suffered within the body as well, please, because she's making me feel very sick and very poorly with her as well. And I know this would have taken her to the spirit side of life. I'm also feeling it's like a cancer condition that she's making me aware of. You understand this? Thank you. Because I know I want to bring her into your family circle as well there. And she's saying, thank you for everything you've done and been there for me as well. I know she was very soft and very gentle as well there. I know with the weight that she would have, the weight is just dropping off me here. And I hope I don't lose any more. I know as the weight's dropping off me, but I know it would have been her weight as well there. She's also making me very aware of my hair, and I know it would have went quite thin with her as well, please. I know she's showing me wigs as well here, and it's like I feel like I want to go out shopping and looking at wigs and all this, but she's saying no, I wouldn't have worn them and I wouldn't have got on with them as well, because she's putting a scarf around my head here, and I know at times she would have worn the scarf here as well there. I know as well as she's telling me, oh, who are you? I know as she's telling me this, And she's also saying, I know the emotions are very close around you just lately as well, because she's given me the tissues to dry the tears with you as well there, because of everything you're going through. She's saying, I am with you and I'm always with you as well. With your grandmother, I know she was only a small lady as well there, and I know she would have been a little bit smaller than me, not too much, which is a pity. I know she would have been a small lady as well. Okay, I know. I know as well. Who are you? Would you understand a gentleman, please, who would have taken his own life? Thank you, because I've got him coming through here. Take it off, man. And I know as well that it's like the second attempt is telling me as well there that he succeeded as well this. But I know I'm feeling very low and very depressed with him as well. And I know as well before he took, because I'm feeling really around my neck here, because it's tightening everything up around my neck as well to do with this. And I also feel I'm taking tablets at first here. And I know as I'm taking the tablets, I'm being sick and I'm bringing all of this... Don't have to show you, man. I know I'm bringing all of this back as well, okay? But I know as it's making me aware of my neck, and I know I'm feeling a quite tightness around here. I know this is where he did it as well, please. But I know as he's making me aware of this, I've got to bring his energy much more closer to you as well, because he's saying, I'm very much behind you and I am guiding you as well there. But I know when he was here on the earth plane, he's telling me that nobody understood me. Nobody understood me and understood the feelings that was happening within me. And this is where I'm feeling very low and very depressed as well to do with all of this. But I know there's such much more that would have happened with him as well, please. But I know as they're all coming together, they're joining all of that energy up for you as well here. I know with... Okay, thank you. I know as well with Mother as well, I want to be giving you June as an anniversary as well there, because she's telling me I've got to give you the 28th. She's telling me to give you the 28th as well there, but I know I've got to come into October for her birthday, because I'm feeling there's a celebration within October that's very close around you as well. And she's also saying at the moment you seem to be in this mist and this fog as well here. But she's telling me it's clearing for you as well. I know if your grandmother, she was a very outspoken lady as well there. And she said it as she saw things as well. And I know when she went to tell somebody off, it all came out as well. And I'm not going to repeat the little swear words she's saying as well there, because I know it's just coming out with gentleness as well. But she's saying... I know I'm talking fast. Yeah, you're faster. I know as well your grandmother would have been a very fast talker as well here, because she's saying to me, once I was on my high horse, oh yeah, when she was on her high horse, I know when she was like on her high horse, because I'd say on high horse, and it's like when she was off on one as well, this is when she would have talked really fast and the little other words would have come out and followed them as well there. But I know she was full of love as well, please. I'm also hearing piano music in the background of here. And I know that she wouldn't have played the piano because she's not giving me the piano. I'm hearing the music. And I know I've got to bring that very much around you as well there, because it's for the relaxation and the calmness that they are bringing around you as well, please. I know also with the gentleman, he's telling me within, since he's been in spirit, that he's growing within spirit as well. I'm not feeling very old with him as well there. I'm feeling quite young with him as well. And I know as a young gentleman, okay, and I know as a young gentleman, before all of this happened with him, he had so much going for him as well. You'd understand this. And I know as well, it's like as I had so much going for me, I left it all to one side, because everything else with the depression and everything came on top of me, and I just could not handle it no more. And this is why he did this as well. But I also feel at the moment, it's like as he's giving me the tears and the emotions around you, at times you feel quite choked up yourself as well here. Okay? But I know that they're very much around you, and I can see the healing happening around you as well there, because I want to bring my green in here, and I know I'm bringing that in for the balance as well with you. But I know I want to bring nature around you as well, because I know that you also love nature as well here. I know as they're just pulling their energies back here, because they're saying I've got to get around more as well here, because I haven't got the time. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the time's not in spirit. But I know as well that at the moment you're also working with time as well here. And I know as well with your life, it's so busy at the moment and you're not getting the time and the energy for you to relax as well. You'd understand? Yes. Thank you. But I know they are helping you and finding you that time for you to relax as well here. I know they're just starting to pull their energy back here. Okay. But I know I want to give you beautiful red roses as well there. But I also want to give you white roses as well. And I know as I'm looking at these white roses, they're not pure white roses as well. I know also they've got like pink around them as well there. And I know I've got to give you the whiteness for the purity, but I want to give you the pink for the love of energy, but the love of your family very strong around you. There's a dog just coming in here, and I know it's your dog as well there. You'd understand this. And I know also I want to say with your dog, I know it was very spoiled, but very, very loving as well. And I know when we bring our animals within to our home as well, we treat them like part of us and our children as well. And I know your dog also comes very close to you at night times because they're making me aware of your bed. And I know it comes onto your bed at the bottom as well there. So you must feel like a little pressure. You do feel it because they're telling me, I've got to confirm this for you as well, just to let you know that it's there around you as well here. And I know when I get the dogs coming in here to bring that love, but the protection as well that you very much need at the moment. Because they're saying as well to me, you let everybody comes with problems after problems after problems, and you try to help all them out because I know the love in your heart because I can feel this. And it's like, but we have our own to deal with at the moment. They're saying, take a little bit of a step back and let that healing process come around you, and then you can take that step forward again there. You'd understand. I know the emotions are very, very close to you as well. I know Mum comes close to you at night time and dries the tears as well here. I know the tears has also been very close and around you today as well there, because they're telling me you've been sending their thoughts up to Spirit and around them as well for them to come close to you, because you really need this at the moment. I know that again they're just pulling that energy back away from me, but I know I want to leave you with their love, but the upliftment they come through with as well. And I know the fog and the mist is starting to clear for you. I'll leave you with their love. Bless you. Okay. Can I come to the lady? Yes, please. Thank you. There's a gentleman just sitting next to you as well there. And I know it's this... Yeah, I know who you are. And I know as this gentleman is sitting next to you, I know it's your husband as well here. I'm also feeling with him as well. He would have been a bit of a character when he was here on the earth plane. And I feel very straightforward with him as well there. Because he's... I can't say that. Okay. And I know also with him as well, he's making me aware that he was quite soft and quite gentle as well, please. But I know he's giving me flowers after flowers after flowers to give to you. I know that you've got decisions after decisions to make as well within your life and what's happening around you at the moment. I know also I've got an anniversary that's around now as well here. Okay? Yeah, thank you. And I know at this anniversary again that you've been sending your thoughts up to Spirit as well. But I know with your husband that he comes close to you at night times as well, because he's taking me in and out of your dream states as well to let you know. But I know that you know that he is carrying on within Spirit. I'm feeling the pressure on my chest here, and I'm feeling it's like heart conditions that I'm feeling with him as well, please. But I'm also feeling apart from this, I know I'm suffering with a breathing condition as well with him. But I'm feeling it's more than a breathing condition that's taken me to the spirit side of life with him as well. I know that he was very spiritual when he was here on the airplane, and I'm feeling the healing with him as well there, because I'm feeling that he also would have gave the healing out to everyone that's around him as well. It's telling me that the energies around you is changing as well there. You'd understand. And at the moment it's like, as it's showing me the cross here, I don't want to go into the religion, because I know at the moment you're against crossroads and you're not sure in which directions that you're going as well here. Okay? I also know with him as well, guys, it's making me feel very aware there. Okay. Okay. As I always say, it's like with gentlemen and with men as well, we are born with this disease because he keeps on sticking his finger into my ear. And I know we are born with this disease, and I always say it's selected hearing. Now, we are born with this. Okay, now it's my excuse. All right, but I know he used this as an excuse around you at times as well there, because he's saying, I always closed them off when you... Okay. I know he's making me aware at the moment that he used to close his hearing off around you as well. But he's saying that you're also doing this as well. It's like you're closing your hearing off at the moment. That it's like people around you, it's like they're coming close to you, they're trying to help and everything like this. But I know that you're very independent. And they're telling me as well, you know what you want to do. And it's like trying to put everything into action as well. But they're saying to me, listen. And listen to others around you, because they will give you the helping hand that you need to be able to go forward with this. I know with your husband as well, he was full of love and full of energy as well. but I also feel with the healing that he sent out to people as well there, he's also bringing that around you. I know it's very much there and around you and helping you and guiding you as well. I know when he went very poorly in the body, I know that you was very close to him and helping him as well there. And this is where he's saying, I'm very much around you now and I'm helping you as well. I've got a little carnation in my propeller here and I want to take that red carnation out and I want to give you it as well. But I know I've got to give you it for the energy as well here, because it's telling me that you feel very depleted with the energy. I'll go down in a minute. With the energies as well. But I know it's lifting that up around you. I know it's just stepping back from me as well here. But I know that he's leaving that love with you as well. But he's saying, listen to those around you, because this is important. And I know it's your spiritual path, but it's also the work that you do for spiritualism. But I know it's the work here, because he's putting all of this in a circle as well for me. And he's saying, listen to them, because they know and they will guide you in the white rays as well here. I'll leave you with his love. Bless you. Can I just come over here, please, to the lady. Behave. Yes, please. I was just counting my chairs then. Thank you. Okay. I have your mother coming in here. I know his mum straight away because she's giving me that energy of mum as well. I know if your mum, you look like your mum. Yes. You look just the double of your mum as well, because as I'm looking at you, I'm looking at mother as well here. Stop that. Stop it. I know I've got grandmother coming through here as well, and I'm feeling also if your grandmother would have had a full set of teeth, please.
My mother did, yes.
Thank you, because they're making me... Now, I haven't got a full set of teeth, but they're making me aware of my teeth here. And I thought my teeth was... No, it's only symbolic, but I thought my teeth was going to fall out here. So I know that their teeth didn't fit properly. Thank you, because I'm asking what's going on here, okay? And I know also with her... Oh, bless you. And I know also with her as well, dear, she would have lost her teeth. Oh, she would not the physical, but the false ones. She would have lost them as well here. And I know as well with her, I'm going a little bit confused with her as well there. But as she said, making me very... Oh, bless you. And I know as she's making me aware of this, I know it's like she's making me aware of the pinny as well that she had on as well, because she's showing me this. And I know within the pinny I kept me pegs in here as well. And this is where I kept me... Did you? And this is where I kept my teeth as well here. Okay? And this is where it's like I'm trying to find my teeth to be able to eat as well. I can't say that. I know this is where I'm finding my teeth as well, because I know that she would have searched for them. But I know if your mother as well, I know she would have suffered with the legs as well here, because I know I've got one of my legs starting to swell up a little bit there, and I know there's a little bit of fluid that I've got in my leg as well there. But I know with your mother, she was a lady that gave her energy and time to everybody around her as well, please. I know I've got your dad stepping in here as well. And I know with your dad, he was a smoker when he was here on the earth plane. And I know he would have smoked Park Drive cigarettes as well, because he's showing me the cigarettes as well there. But I know again... Park Drive, yes, I know. And I know as well with these, I know I've got the little cards. I'm going back with these as well, because we don't get these in the cigarettes no more. And I know I've got the little cards within the embassy as well. And I know as he's giving me embassy cigarettes... Oh, you was a chain smoker. And I know he was a chain smoker as well, because it's like, if I can't get them, I'll get them. And it was the embassy that I had my little cards that I used to take out of them as well here. It showed me the little book as well we would have saved up, and we would have saved up so we could send away the cards to get something out of the book as well. You'd understand. Thank you. I know it's bringing me back into time, because you showed me the television as well here. And I know it's a television with the back of it. I know we got the slot we used to put the money in it. Yeah, okay. No, we didn't have that. You understand this, please? No, I don't. Right, okay. Why are you giving me this? It's like I want to take it back, but they won't let me take it back from you. There must be somebody around you that would have had a television like this. That I know I've got the slot in the back, and I know I'm going back with this because we don't get it no more. And I know we're putting the pennies in that to keep the telly going. Oh, okay, yeah, I know where I'm going now. But I know they're telling me to use its symbol for you as well here. Because I know that at the moment it's like as you got your money box as well, it's like we're saving everything up as well here. That's why you give me the teller. And I know as well as they give me the television, I know with your mum, again, she's making me a little bit confused there, but I know it would have been her condition as well, because I'm sending it back and she's sending it back to me proper here. I know with your television, it's like we don't like to have it on as well here, because as I always say, I don't like my television on because of bad news and this, that and the other, what's happening, and I don't want to know. You'd understand this. And this is where you don't have yours on either there, okay? But I know that you've been saving your pennies up as well, just lately as well, because I'm feeling as I'm saving them up, I want to get away, and I need to get away on a break and a holiday as well, and this is where I'm saving the pennies up as well. And I also feel with your father, I also feel with your dad as well. He's given me the month of June for an anniversary as well, and I know I'm in the beginning of June as well there. I know I'm around the 2nd of June as well, please. I'm also feeling with your father that I know I'm passing it within the middle of the night as well with him, because he's given me the middle of the night here. Give me the time. Early hours. Thank you. And as he's showing me this as well, because I'm trying to look at the clock that he's showing me as well here, and I know it's early hours is showing me as well, and I'm feeling I'm around 11 o'clock to 11:30 here. That's the time that he passed as well. Thank you. Because as he's showing me this as well, I know that he went quite frightened and quite scared before he went to the spirit side of life. But I'm feeling with him as well, as it's making me. But when it came to the time of me going back home to spirit, I was a little bit scared. But I knew I had everybody else around me, not only here on the earth plane, but I also had spirit around me that was waiting to take my hand and to take me back home to the spirit side of life. I know your father as well is making me aware that I'm okay now within the body as well, please, because I know he suffered quite poorly within his body as well. And I'm feeling very sick and very, very poorly with him as well. And I also feel that I'm losing size with him as well here, because I feel like, I'm not shrinking down anymore, but I know as well that he would have been a much more taller than me, but I know I'm losing size with him as well. And I know as he's given me this, he's growing again here, because he had to give me this to make me aware of it. But I know within spirit, it's telling me that you was a young girl as well. I know you are young, but I know as you was a young girl that the spirit has been also very close to you as well there. And I knew that you grew up with spirit as well, please. I also feel with your father as well that he was a sort of gentleman that I didn't quite believe in all of this until you started to talk about the spirit as well there. And this is where, as I always say, drop the seed and watch it grow. And I knew it grew very much around him and quite strong as well there, because I'm feeling very spiritual with him as well. And I feel I could sit down with your dad and talk for hours and hours and hours as well with him. And as I said with my talk with my mother, I wasn't too sure about what I was talking about. And I know you were very similar to this, but you knew the spirit was around you and helping and guiding you. And they are still very much around you. I know with Mum, she's making me aware of my mother's ring here as well there. And I know I want to give you my mother's rings as well here, please. But they're telling me at the moment you're going around and around in circles with somebody here on the earth plane. But at the moment you seem to be holding everything back as well here. And you're not giving your opinion and you're not speaking your mind. But I also know this because of how gentle and how soft you are as well there. But it's saying we have to speak our mind and to give our opinion, but they will help you to find the words to put it right. I know I'm writing with you as well here, please. And I know as I'm writing with you as well, it's like they're showing me books as well here. So I'm feeling around you. It's like as I'm writing this, I feel like I want to put it all within a book as well. So I know at the moment it's like all of this is in the process of doing for you. And I'm feeling with all of this, it's like your life story, but much, much more to do with this as well, because it's the philosophy. Brilliant. It's the philosophy and the teachings and everything else to do with the spirit, but also your experiences as well here to do with everything that you have grown up with as well. I know part of your life that you missed part of your life as well here because of the childhood years. I've got a bridge that is like missing here. You understand this? But I know this is quite private as well here. And when I get this, I always say, don't open it up for me, because I know that's private between you and your family. And as long as you understand that. I know with your father that he loved being within the countrysides as well here, please. I know I've got farming links as well, going back with grandfather, because he's bringing the Shire horse in here. And not only with the links with the Shire horse, but I know I've got to bring that in for the strength and for the energy that you need at the moment as well here. I know as well that you give the healing out, because I can see the colours that you give the healing out with as well. And I know also that you also work with the green as well, please. And I know this brings the balance to everyone around you. But I know I want to bring that balance and that upliftment for you. And with your parents and everybody else here, I know they're bringing all of that energy for you. And they're saying, carry on with the writing, because it will work out for you in the end. Because sometimes you feel like, I just want to stop.
I do sometimes, yeah.
And they're saying, no, don't stop it. Carry it on. And you're being fed and fed and fed. You understand as well, please, the family tree? Thank you. Because as they're giving me the family tree here as well, I know that you've been looking back and trying to fill all of this in to do with the family tree as well. But I know I've got 1, 2, 4. I know I've got 4 missing from the family tree here. But they're saying, you'll get them, you will get them. And I know this goes back from grandfather and grandmother on dad's side and also on mother's side as well here. And it's finding the history and everything out to do with them as well here. And I know that you've been trying to look it all up, not only on the computers and laptops, but I feel like I'm going to the registry offices and everything like this. And it's like finding it all out there as well. And they say, we are bringing it around you. And then 4 faces will be filled in around you. I know they're pulling their energy back from me. And I know I want to leave you with their love. And it's the unconditional love that they also come through with. Thank you for speaking with me. Shimon, can I come to you, please? Now, as the twins know and everybody else knows, I always work with honesty here. And I know you, but I don't know a lot about you as well here. I know I've got your mother, and I know I've got your dad, and I know I've got your sister coming up here. I know also with your mum as well. As we was out and having a cup of coffee here, I know that your mum was very, very close to you. But I didn't want to go into the energy then. And I know that you understand because of other things as well. I know also with your mother as well here, I know that I'm feeling very confused and I'm all over the place because I just feel like I just want to keep walking up and down here, okay? I'm also feeling with your father as well. I know he was a very strict gentleman as well here, and it's also making me very aware I've got to bring his energy, but mum's energy, very much closer to you as well, dear. I know as they're making me aware, it's to show me a spaghetti junction. I've got to explain this to you. I know it's to show me a spaghetti junction here, okay? And it's like at the moment, it's like your road is all sort of crossed. You understand this? Yeah. Okay? And I know all your road is all sort of crossed and everything like this. I know it's like so many decisions that you've got to make to do with life as well, to do with this. Have you been thinking of coming to England and staying longer? Yeah. Because the show, no, you didn't even tell me this. I'm glad you didn't tell me this. Because as I know as I always work with honesty, and it's the only way I'll work. And I know as well, I know that you're here for 2 weeks, but I feel like I want to somehow extend it. Okay? Yeah. And I also feel, I know you're going back home, but I know you're coming back here again. Okay? And this is where you're extending your visit as well here. Okay? Yeah. Right. And I also feel with your sister, I know that you don't know your sister, but she's coming very, very close to you. And I know that you look very similar to your sister because she's right here next to you. Okay. And I also feel with your sister as well. She's bringing you that healing energy. I know she is. I know she's bringing you that healing energy as well, dear. But I know that you are also coming more and more sensitive to spirit as well, please. Okay? Now, I also feel with your mother is... Keep me still. I know also with your mother, as she's making me walk up and down here, I know that she was a lady who was very depressed and very low within her energies as well, dear. I know that she passed when you was a younger age as well here. And I also feel with this, as she's bringing that loving energy through for you now, I know that she didn't quite give you this. And also with Dad as well here, please. I know with your dad, I know I'm passing with you within your home as well. But I'm also feeling with everything that you've been through within your life, it's like you put all of that to one side. Are you okay? Yeah. I know that you put all of that to one side. And I know also it's like as you put all of that to one side to do with Dad as well here. He's telling me it's the love that you've always had within your heart for your family as well there. I know you took care of Dad. I know that you gave him everything that you... Keep me still, stop it. I know that you gave him everything as well there. I know at the moment that your mind is so confused with everything that's happening at the moment. but they're helping you, and they are helping you. Now, I know that Mother was with you today. I know that because I felt the energy is very, very strong as well to do with this. And I know that she's helping you and building that up for you as well. Now, I know I could go on and on and on with you. And I know I could talk to you later on, or I could talk to you tomorrow before I go home. So I know with their love that they've come in here, I just want to leave that with you. But your sister is growing up within spirit as well. I know she's... How many? I know she's 3 to 4 years older than you as well there. Okay? And I also... Okay, 8 she is. And I also know that you're going to feel her energy is very much more around you as well. But I know as they're pulling their energy back, I will leave you with their love. And the love that they come through with. Because they're telling me, we know we didn't give it when we was here on the earth plane, but we are bringing that around you now. I'll leave you with their love and say thank you for speaking with me. Can I come to the lady just here, please? Thank you. I know again I've got your mother coming in here as well. And I also feel with your mother as well, I'm feeling again a little bit strict with Mum as well there. And again, same here. I'm feeling with Mum, I didn't quite give you the love and the feeling that a mother should have gave as well here. You'd understand this. I also feel with your mother, she was a lady that was quite strict, but very to the point as well here. I'm also feeling with Dad as well as he's coming in here. We two together, please. Thank you, because they're putting a beautiful rainbow around both of you as well there. Okay? And I know with the gentleman that he gives you so much love and everything as well here. And I also know as well, when you two first met, it was like meeting soul partners and soulmates as well there. I also feel with your mother as she's coming through here. I know that I'm suffering within the body with Mum as well again, this please. I know I'm suffering with my legs as well there, because my legs are going really, really cold, and I've got to say really freezing as well. But I've got to be honest, it's cooling me down a little bit. But I know I've got blood circulation within the legs as well, and I'm feeling very severe with this. Because I'm feeling with Mother as well, I'm starting to stoop over with Mum as well here. But it's the conditions within her back that made this happen with her as well. I know as she's given me 2 walking sticks, she's also taken them away from me as well. Because I know she was very independent, your mother was. And she's making me very aware she was very independent. She didn't want nobody around her. She didn't want no fuss around her or anything like this. But I know I've got to bring that healing energy for you as well. I'll go down a minute. I know I've got to bring this healing energy for you because I know you need this at the moment as well. And also with the gentleman here, I've got Father stamping in here for you also, sir. And I know with your dad, I want to bring his energy for you as well there. Because I know both of you, I know if one is going through the problems, we both go through the problems together. And that's what life and partnership is all about as well there. I also know as well, I know there's a celebration coming up around you two as well. I know there's a baby coming to the earth plane. Not yours. Okay, don't get scared. Okay, I know. Okay, but I know the baby is coming to the earth plane, and I know I'm around you as well here to do with the baby as well. I know they show me the booties. I know I've got a young boy coming to the earth plane. I hope I haven't spoiled it for you. But I know I've got a young boy coming to the earth plane. I also feel with the couple that has been trying with this, it's happening. Okay, it's happening. I know with Mum as well, I've got to give you Skegness as well here. And also Blackpool, I've got to give you Blackpool as well there. And I know it's Skegness, I want to bring the old bits and bob shops as well in here. Because when I go there, I like the bits and bob shops as well. But I know I've got all the fridge magnets as well, but I've got the thimbles as well here. You'd understand this. And I know within your house as well, they're showing me like a little cupboard that I would have kept thimbles in as well there. Okay? But you do look like your mum as well. But I know with your mum as well, you look very similar to your mother. And she's telling me that you've been going over photos just lately as well here. You understand this? Thank you. Because she's saying, I've been popping over and been looking over your shoulder. And I know you've been trying to sort them all out as well here. I know if your father has given me train tracks as well here. So I know I'm going back within time to do with the train tracks as well, because I'm putting it all together as well here. And I know as he's giving me the big table as well, it's like, I've got this fascination, and it's like putting it all together as well, please. Scotland. Can I also give you Scotland as well here? And I know Scotland for memories, but not for family links as well.
I've been to Scotland.
Thank you. But I know it's not family links because they're not giving me the family. But I know as well as I'm going into Scotland, it's the hills and the mountains as well there, but it's also the castles I've got to give to you, because you love going into old castles and feeling the history and the energy within the castles as well, please. I also feel with your dad, as he's shown me all of the train tracks and everything like this, it's like, even when he was sort of packing all of this up, I still kept all of the boxes to everything as well here, because he's given me all of this. But as he's showing me the train tracks as well, I know there's a journey for you to take as well there. And I feel with this journey as well, it's time to get away and to get that fresh air very much around you as well here. I know also with your dad, he would have smoked the pipe here. And I'm feeling with the pipe, it's not smoking it all of the time as well there. But I'm feeling with him as well, he's just bringing that energy very much around you. And I know I've got your mother stepping in here as well. Your mother was, again, I want to say around my height, a little bit taller. I don't want to say a little bit taller because it makes me smaller. Okay? But I know with her as well, dear, I know that she was a very hard worker as well. I know she would have suffered an arthritis condition as well, please. And I'm feeling with the arthritis within my hands as well. And I'm also feeling with this, I can't hold things very good as well to do with that. I know that you and your mother was very close together as well there. And she's saying, thank you for everything that you did for me. And I know that you was very close to Mum as well here. And I also feel with you and your mother as well, when Mum went home to the spirit side of life, this is when everything started to open up for you. And this is where I'll need to search and find out where my mother is gone to do with all of this spiritualism things and everything like this. And this is where the doors have opened up for you. And I know this is where both of you has taken that journey together and walked through them doors. And I know it's going back and back and back there. And I know everything to do with the spiritualism has built up around you as well here. I know within your home I've got books after books after books to do with spiritualism, but also to do with Gordon Higgins and everybody else like this as well there. And I know it's a fascination that you also have to do with spirit. I know with both of your families as well, they're just leaving all of that energy and that love very strong here with you as well. But your mother, wow, what an energy she had. And I know with her as well there. I know also with your mother as well, it's like you did everything possibly you could. And even within your mind, you still think, I could have done more. And she's saying, stop it. Okay? Because she wants to tell you off, but in a loving, gentle way. And she's saying, stop it. Because you're always going back within your mind and thinking, I could have done more, I could have done more. You did everything for your mother. And even when there was others there, you were still there in front as well here. Your mother also would have worn pearls as well here, please, because she's given me the mother of pearls as well. Yeah. And I know as I've been given the mother of pearls, I want to give you one pearl as well, because I know within your mother's life, you've always been a pearl around Mum as well there. I know I've got coal mining links going back into the family as well here. I know I want to be talking about grandfather as well, because it's just placing a helmet on your head here. Because as it's turning the light on for you, I know at the moment you're a little bit lost as well. Yeah. You understand this? Yeah. And it's like as they turn the light on for you, we're shining your way. And your mum walks with you, sir, and also your mother. Thank you. And as they pull their energies back, I will leave you with their love. Thank you very much. You. Thank you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am being called to time. But can I just say to each and every one of you, thank you for the love, the energies that you've sent up here. It's been a pleasure and an honour to have been here this weekend, to have served your wonderful church. Please, as I know, that you've always shined a light for everybody around you. Keep spreading that love of the Spirit and let it grow. God bless you.
Guys, that's how a demonstration of mediumship should be. And I think we've all enjoyed Paul, not only tonight. I know that those of you that were here at the weekend have enjoyed him thoroughly from Saturday, Sunday morning, Sunday evening and tonight. And we're so grateful for you coming, Paul. And I know we shall be seeing you at Stansted at the end of August. And thank you once again to Paul Brereton. Thank you so much. Thank you to you for coming along, because without you, we wouldn't have had a meeting. But have a safe and a pleasant journey home, and do hurry back and see us again real soon. Good night and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
That's okay. Thank you.
I thought your philosophy very interesting.